Okay, so I'm packed up and jumping in the car. I'm actually leaving Perth because I have a travel photography assignment with Monograms Travel. It's like a 10-day assignment in Europe, and I've been committed to this thing for like a year. So I have to leave Jody here. Jody's still got another week on the IV before she can return to the UK as well. So it's a little bit tough leaving right now, but I guess that's life. And yeah, I guess I don't think there's anything else I can say about that. Let's head to the airport.
This is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go.
I think today on the episode, since I'm traveling, I kind of want to talk about what I do when I'm traveling. Like, what are some sort of tricks that I use? Maybe not tricks, but like services I actually use. And the first is travel insurance. So like Jody and I obviously had our plans totally derailed. So I used my business insurance to kind of cover that. But if I wasn't doing the business side of things, I have also personal travel insurance through World Nomads. So something like this happened, I could have claimed this back on my World Nomads insurance and recovered the cost of like the flight and recovered the cost of the hotels needed to stay longer and things like that. So get yourself good travel insurance, and I highly recommend World Nomads. I'm gonna actually link in the description of this video a blog post of all the services I use so you can check that out. So I'm actually flying business class today, and it's always a bit of a treat. It's something I never did until this year, but I use a product that has made me flying business class a little bit more real. I have an American Express Platinum card, and it's really expensive, like really expensive every year. But if you actually travel, it saves you a ton of money because it gives you a travel credit every year. It also gives you free rental car insurance, which is huge when you rent cars as often as I do. And the big thing is it gives you points. It gives you a lot of points. So with my Amex card, I can actually use those points on British Airways, on Etihad, or Aeroplan, which is like Air Canada, I guess. And since I have a company and I spend a lot of money with that company, I run all my money through that card and then expense it. So I get a massive amount of points. So I can treat myself every now and then this year to fly business class. So if you do travel a lot, it's probably worth it to get a card like that. I know it doesn't have to be the Amex Platinum. I know that in the US there's a couple other good ones. I think it's the Chase Sapphire card, which is also phenomenal. So yeah, look into something like that. Now, I'm gonna hit up the lounge, and then I'm gonna jump on this flight, and we're heading to Bangkok. We've got a layover in Bangkok, so let's cruise.
Doesn't really matter what we do. Don't let the moment pass us by. Just trust that the universe is right. 'Cause we struck gold in the shining light, and it's all gonna be alright. This is the good life.
I made it to Bangkok airport, and I'm at the end of the walkway. And I want to talk about another product that I use all the time, and it's these headphones. When I'm not traveling, I use them plugged in, but when I'm on airplanes, the noise canceling is like full blast, and it is a game changer. I don't remember what make they are, but they're Sony, and they're awesome. They're so good. When you're on the plane, you don't hear the engine, you don't hear crying babies, you don't hear snoring old men. You just hear kind of peace and whatever music you're listening to or movie you're watching. So yeah, they're awesome. I don't know how I ever traveled without noise canceling headphones before, but glad I have them now. I'm glad I made it to Bangkok. I got about an hour until my next flight. Getting really tired, just left the lounge. If you don't fly business class, you can still use the lounges. I used to have, and I still do, I have this thing called Priority Pass, which I actually got with my Amex Platinum. I think you also get it with that Chase Sapphire card I was talking about. You can also pay for it, which I did in the past. And that Priority Pass gets you access to lounges in almost every airport ever. And yeah, it costs some money, but if you travel a lot, it can be really worth it. So it's a product I definitely use, but if you can get it for free with your credit card, even better. Now, it's boarding time to London.
Happy with the little things we do. Just keep a smile, hold your head up high. I promise it works every time. 'Cause we struck gold in the shining light, and it's all gonna be alright. This is the good life. Oh, oh, oh. This is the good life. Oh, oh, oh. Out in the sunshine, nothing but good times. This is the good life. This is the good life. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh, oh.
Landed in London, and that sunrise from the plane was phenomenal. Got about 7 hours of sleep as well, which was phenomenal as well. And I feel really good about this trip coming up in Europe. So lots of exciting stuff coming up, lots of vlogs coming up. You're probably interested in how I book flights. I book flights on Skyscanner. My photo was the background of skyscanner.net for years. That's a bit of a brag, yeah. I also book flights on Kayak quite often. But the reality is you can book anywhere, wherever it's cheapest. The one like travel hack maybe is to use an incognito tab, because a lot of these websites actually track your search history and the prices will gradually go up the more you search things. So use incognito when you're booking a flight. Now, let's head into central London. Okay, I made it to my hotel, and for some reason they've put out like the, whatever you call this, the pull-out couch. I need a pull-out couch, I'm by myself here. Anyways, yeah, I made it to London, and I'm excited because I haven't really done a Europe photography trip, like a classic Europe photography trip in so long. I'm here with Monograms Travels on on a photography assignment, so I'm really excited. It's been too long since I've done a bit of a classic photography assignment. Final thing about how I travel. Not really a hack or anything like that, but jet lag. I have no jet lag right now. And it might kick in a little bit later, but one of my big things when I'm dealing with jet lag is as soon as I get onto the plane. In fact, sometimes before I'm even on the plane, just as I'm waiting to board, I switch my clock into the time of arrival. So right when I was getting on the plane in Bangkok, I switched my phone to London time, and then I spend my time on the flight in London time. So I forced myself to stay awake until like 10 p.m. London time, and then I slept until 5 in the morning. So I think that helps with the jet lag. And hopefully I can kind of work the jet lag in my favor and get up for sunrises here in Europe. So yeah, 10 days of videos here in Europe coming up or so. I guess I'll see you on the next one. Peace.